Flyers lose this one 3-2 to the Carolina Hurricanes yet again in a shootout. At home and home, you get 2 points out of this, both overtime points. Welcome to Postgame Live, presented by Curado Insurance. Al Morgani, Scott Hartnell, Ashlyn Sullivan here with you. And you look at this game, again, it feels just like last night. Yes, there's some positives, but to play this poorly, especially in the first period, fight your way back. Once again, the comeback kids, it's awesome. But to not have a complete game and still have a chance to win this game with Michkov, the chance on his stick, is pretty unbelievable.
Yeah, you look ahead in a few months, right? March, April, that point might be absolutely humongous, right? To get into the playoffs, to be in that race. But, you know, the non-compete in some parts of that game is not good enough for me. The power play doesn't score again. You give up a penalty kill goal. You can't find, you know, the answer in a shootout, right? And we're talking about Michkov, get him going. You'd think that this would be one where he absolutely buries through the net, Al, but just comes out a little wide or gets a piece of it there.
Yeah, I think the goalie forced them to shoot that wide. They're in pretty good celebration. Bruce mentioned here. You see Michkov coming in. He's going to try to draw him and take that shot to that glove side, goofy-handed goalie there. That poor goaltender forces him wide. And I thought they didn't score it all in the shootouts in 2 days. I mean, things had been rolling so well, and to come all the way back like that, I honestly, I'm not confused how to feel, because there were long stretches where they've given it away, looked like they're just trying to give this game away. But they continued to come back in it and have a chance in it. The power play, though, didn't cash at times. I mean, they moved it better. So, I mean, there was his points where you say, oh, that's good. That's a good way to come back in a game like this. No question their character in it. But, boy, there were long stretches where it looked like they were just giving the game to Carolina.
Yeah, the last minute of the game, right? They score. TK makes a great pass over to Zegras. He buries that empty net. The next shift, Bobby Brink almost scores, right, to win in regulation. How weird would we be talking about that game, right? Oh, what a win.
Yeah.
Where everything's all happy. But if you look at the whole game, you know, for me, there's not enough forecheck. There's not enough hanging on to the puck by, you know, our team's best players. And when you're kind of scared of the puck or you're not feeling it, it makes it hard sometimes to watch. But, you know, especially them playing offense against us the whole night.
Yeah, but I do like the highlights, because with Zegras, you've got highlights, and that's the best part to me. Is like you go into a tight game, and that guy, it's what we thought Michkov was going to present all the time, and it may still come with his game. He's, you know, coming into the season kind of banged up or whatever and had to get in shape. But that's what I really like, the fact that you come into a late game, a tight game, and so many games in this league are tight, and Zegras, and now Zegras TK, whatever, you always feel like they're just that shift away.
Yeah, you want the puck on his stick, that's for sure, when the game is tight.
Right, especially at the end of the game. You mentioned just a shift away. It's our game changer, brought to you by Sloan Automotive. Trevor Zegras tying this game up, giving the Flyers a chance here. And it's true, this is such a difference from last year, where you're always looking at Zegras to make a play. But at times, Scott, it shouldn't have to be worse. Okay, Trevor Zegras, get him back in this game. It seems like every night lately.
I love Dvorak in front of the net. There's the pass by TK, wide open cage. He's not going to miss that. But at the beginning of that play, Sanheim, instead of putting it down here behind the net to set up another battle, a sneaky play right at the net, a tip, and a good bounce there off of their skate. But the pass over through a couple legs, buries it. That was we had a little laugh at that one, or celebration in here anyway.
Yeah, and look at that. I mean, like, to me, if it's TK, it's like, I think 90% of players just take that shot, but he sees Zegras, and that's what I mean about the chemistry that's starting to work with Zegras. Just look for him.
And if he takes that shot, 100% of the time that goalie's making it, right? You get that through to the back door. It's a wide open net, so great play, great smarts there.
Right, and that's why you're never going to question the effort or the comeback ability with this Flyers team. That has definitely been their MO, what they're known for right now in the NHL, is all of these comeback wins. But at some point at this season, and I think we're here, it's starting to catch up to them. These slow starts, we kept saying, hey, you got to fix it, you got to fix it, you got to fix it. And I fear if the Flyers continue to do this, we're going to go back in April and say, look at all those slow starts they should have fixed.
Yeah, I'm talking about slow starts. There you see the shot totals, 7-0 Carolina right there. And this is Carolina with, you know, take the shot and get that goal, which you just felt it was coming. That's a, you know, pretty good face-off win by the whole team right there.
Yeah, you know, TK's in there battling. Your winger's got to help out there, but it goes off him. Dvorak swinging his stick. Guy goes top shelf through a couple bodies. So it's not Dan Vladar's, you know, fault on that one especially. But, you know, you just got to be ready when that puck's dropped. Not singling out anybody, but, you know, these starts that they are going to catch up and bite them right in the butt, you know, when it comes to points and points that matter, wins in regulation, things like that. And This is the power play. Not sure who took, can't remember who took that penalty, but just the movement here by a power play that's kind of not very good in the standings, but they look pretty good here tonight.
I think that was Rubenkin, and I think it was the guy he hit was Nikishin. I can't. Nikishin, who actually sets up this play right here, kind of got right back at him here. Here he takes the shot right there, and that beats the goaltender on a tip right there to get past him. And that's where you start to feel like, oh, is it going to be one of those games? Are you really going to get away from him?
And they haven't had a lot of those games so far this season. Especially the Carolina Hurricanes, that power play 29th in the league, but it was clicking this weekend for sure as the Flyers lose both of these games but get hard-earned points in overtime as we go back to Carolina to hear from Jamie Drysdale in the Flyers locker room. Not yet, they say.
Not yet? Well, I'll tell you what he did. I'll tell you what he did. He had a nice shot there.
He did.
And William Carrier with the tip.
Yeah, let's hear it from Drysdale. We don't want to hear from us. Let's hear
Okay.
from Drysdale.
Now we're going to Jamie Drysdale.
End of the game?
Yeah, we've changed it around a few times. I didn't do a very good job myself on the half wall in the first period and on the break-in, so that's on me. But yeah, we're just looking for something to flick and a few goals on the board.
You guys had lots of guys step up while Cam was out. I'm sure it was nice to have him back there in the unit tonight.
Yeah, I obviously love having York in the lineup. He's a hell of a guy, hell of a player. I told him just always a few times just nice to have him back. You know, he brings a good energy and great gaps tonight. He was shutting a lot of plays down, using his legs well. Didn't miss a beat, so it's really nice to have him back.
How have you just Déjà, especially after letting those two? He stopped the next 16, 17 shots on goal.
He's a stud. We were really knowing where you're at it. He, both of our goalies, been great this year, and they really give us a chance. So that also instills a lot of confidence in our group for sure.
Thanks, Jamie.
We are back with our electrifying moment brought to you by your local Tri-State Toyota dealers. This opportunity for the Carolina Hurricanes, a power play in overtime. And I don't know how they did it, Al, but this penalty kill really saved the day, initially at least.
No, it was really impressive to come in when you got, you're tired anyway, and they have to kill a penalty like this, and a bad penalty too, a bad call on the penalty, I thought. But they managed to do it. Not only managed to do it, they actually get some offense out of the situation.
Yeah, just some great stick. And when it's 4-on-3, there's lots of ice, right? So you got to be structurally sound in the middle of the ice. Coots working his tail off right there, going back and forth, good sticks. And you got a couple breaks and almost scored too.
Yeah, keep it to the outside. You want to at least get that. Don't let it get too close. You go down across the middle of the ice right there, and they continue to do this. It's mentally grueling to have to do this. You're exhausted anyway from playing, but mentally, the switch that you have to make, the coverage calls that you have to make in that triangle are really difficult at this point in the game, especially.
And no rebound there by Vladar as well. One-timer, block, putting your body on the line, which is impressive. And just all the feels there on that one. York breaks the stick. Coots is trying to whack it back to him without taking a penalty. He's down low, so lots of things to like here.
Well, that even makes it more impressive. I mean, you've got three, basically two and a half men was what you're dealing with right here. And then you go in and get an opportunity right there. So that would have been an absolute killer for Carolina.
That was a 2-minute kill there.
Yeah.
Stanley was out there, I think, the whole time, and still had enough juice there to get that chance there in overtime.
Yes, and you saw Dan Vladar, excellent saves there during that penalty kill. He is our GMC performance player, and he lets in that one shootout goal, which is one of the nicest moves we've seen so far this season. Again, it stinks when it's the win-loss ratio when he plays so well and you don't get it, Scott.
Well, it's a broken record that we're talking about how good this guy is, and it's a great prop to have, right? He's played so awesome since coming here this summer, and the shootout goal, unbelievable. He bit on the fake there, backhand, top shelf right under the bar. But when he's making these kind of saves, Al, you're in a game to win it every single night. Yeah,
although it was some sloppy play on both sides in this game, and here you see right here makes that great save with that pad, and then the follow-up, which is what I really like about Vladar, the plan he has for if there's going to be a rebound going in. But it actually turned into a goaltending battle. Kid on the other, the goalie on the other side, no kid, but he played great.
Yeah, Brandon Bussey, 27 years old, 10-1 in his end. He's on a 10-game heater right now. Yeah. So coming out of nowhere to lead these Carolina Hurricanes to top of the East.
He was impressive tonight, that is for sure. Now let's go back to Carolina to hear from Trevor Zegras in the Flyers locker room.
But you guys got the goal and seemed to be able to turn the tide. What do you think kind of led to the shift?
To the shift of
playing better and getting rid of them, do a little bit more there.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough back to back. Got lucky. Got it pretty late last night, so I think it was just kind of finding the groove. And obviously, this team plays real well in this building and their fans. Just trying to find our footing.
You had a few chances, obviously, to break through there in the third. What led up to the goal from your perspective there?
I mean, I think the power play was good tonight. I think we got some looks that we wanted to. I mean, we had the pre-scout on their penalty kill for the last couple of days, so we kind of knew what to expect, and just finally broke through and accept that, which is good.
There was a play during a power play in the first break where you kind of threw a hit when Emil was having trouble getting the puck out. And it seemed to almost be like maybe the springing board to kind of shifting everything. Do you feel like you were kind of carrying and stepping up? I think you also led the team in individual scoring chances and shots on goal.
I mean, it's a team game. It's a team effort, especially if you're talking power play. I mean, I definitely just try to do what I can to be the best for my teammates, but I mean, those guys are making plays all day.
It seemed like the goaltending's always been there this year, and tonight's no exception. Dan Blair kind of shuts it down the rest of the way there. This guy gives you some confidence in the back end.
Yeah, he's amazing. He saved my butt a couple times, but I mean, it's every night, right? I mean, you guys see it. I mean, it's big saves, it's timely saves. Saves that he shouldn't even be making, and I mean, Urs for that matter too. They give us a chance every day.
Thanks, Trevor.
Thanks, Trevor.
Thanks.
We are back with our Granite Run Buick GMC play of the game. Jamie Drysdale, a goal here for him, getting the scoring started at least for the Flyers, and they really needed it at this point, Scott.
Yeah, into the first, delayed penalty, 6-on-5, and nothing wrong with putting this puck on net, and especially when William Carrier, who scored for the Hurricanes, tips this one past Bussy there in net and got the Flyers on the board.
Yeah, take that shot, connect, and he is right there, and there's, get the shot, and they appreciative point to the man who took the shot, take it, and then if they're going to help you out, let them help you out.
Oh, the reaction to his priceless. He knew he shouldn't have done it. As soon as he did it, looks to the heavens, and it was a big goal for the Flyers late in that first.
Bussy gave him the look.
Yes, he did.
We all know the look. Let's go back to Carolina to hear from Rick Tocchet.
Will climb regardless of the opponent or anything like that. What did you see that kind of progressed to them getting a little bit better in the third and getting that tying goal?
Yeah, we pushed scrappy, but I liked our third, obviously. We hung in. I mean, I had some moments early on, a bunch of kills. I think we had 6 penalties. That's tough, but I thought the guys hung in there.
What did you maybe like about the new power play units? They seem to be clicking a little bit more as the game went on.
Yeah, I think a month ago we went to similar. We had some success. That's all.
You had some guys step up while Cam York was out, but I'm sure it's nice to get him back there and get your standard rotation going.
Yeah, I thought York was good, and Dries has been really good all year. I thought the D-corps was hung in. They were coming at us pretty hard there, and we were on our heels a little bit with taking those penalties. And then once we started getting our legs, we got some opportunities. Obviously, that's a big goal there. Trev got for us.
You did change up the defensive pairing, like halfway through the second period. What was maybe the thought process behind that?
Yeah, I thought Emil was struggling. He's been struggling the last couple of games. Not struggling, he's been a little bit off. Just try some different things.
And then Trevor, he led the team in individual scoring chances. He looked like he was one of the better players out there, even from the jump.
Yeah.
What did you see from him, and how much did he really drive?
Well, he wants the puck. He wants to make plays. And that's what we want from him. He's been doing it all year. So, and then when he gets the puck, he's making plays through the middle of the ice, which is nice.
What's kind of the conversation or your message, I guess, to the team after that first period?
Well, it's just, we were a little on our heels. They press you hard, and, you got to meet pressure with pressure. I thought when we had the puck, some guys, they were just kind of, they didn't demand the puck. Third period, we're demanding it, and I think that's, we got to try to do that for 60, which that's the goal for us to do every game. But listen, it's a tough team. We scrapped out a point. Trevor hits the post there in the shootout. Who knows what could happen after that?
Thanks.
Okay, guys. Thank you.
Well, Rick Tocchet on Trevor Zegras. He wants the puck. He wants to make plays. And while that's great for Trevor Zegras, he can't be the only one, Al. And lately, he has been the only one.
Yeah, he's been the guy, the go-to guy. TK and he, though, when you look at the two of them, I think that's been a great combination there. And they need more guys that are going to fuel that offense. I don't know. It seemed like I'm spotlight Michkov, but I mean, in a game like this with the skilled players like that, that's a guy that if you want it more, I guess.
Yeah, and Talk always talks about pressure situations, right? And Zegras wants that puck on his stick with a minute to go in the game, right? That minute to go in the first period, 6-on-5, he wants that puck, right? And not saying Michkov doesn't, but he's just not making those plays that Zegras is making, a TK is making, and you need other guys to follow suit if you want this team to go where it's going to go, right?
Yeah.
And you can't just rely on one guy, one line, big saves from the goalies, right? You need everyone to support offensively, and not enough guys for me that are on the ship.
Yeah, that's why with Michkov, when he didn't score in that breakaway a couple of games ago, I'm like, just get the one to get the confidence going, to get it going where you're really feeling it. And I don't know that when you watch him play now, he's really feeling it, because we've seen what happens when he's really feeling like he's got it going.
And hockey is a game of confidence, right? And I don't think the confidence is there for Michkov right now. So, he's got to find it. It's not a genie in a bottle. It's not going to pop up and come right there. He's got to work for it, both ends of the ice, and do all that dirty work.
Yes, the Flyers just need more offensive push as of late as they lose this one in a shootout to the Carolina Hurricanes.